Rob here. Welcome back to Midconvo. We took a couple weeks off. As you can see, maybe a little bit. I'm gonna take some video and edit it into this, but I'm looking around right now, and aside from police lights, I'm looking at little project I did over the past weekend. Sound insulated. I've been a little out of the loop. I've been obsessed with my own little project. We brought Tim on like a month or two ago, and I've kind of been like, hey, Blake, Tim, kind of keep up with the social media type stuff and all that, because I've really put some time into this project, this home studio project, and I've been for like months, like through this whole quarantine, I've been putting a lot of time into learning as much as I can about music production, mixing, mastering, and there was limitations with a lot of pieces of my system, and I just slowly had to save some money and upgrade them, and now we're here. Now, we're in a good spot. I just got some new speakers. I built all these sound panels. Some company wanted to charge me $2,500 to make sound panels, and I knew I needed at least some bass trapping and some things, but I didn't have $2,500 to come off of in the middle of the time we're living through right now. So I used, I looked into like how they make these things. And honestly, if you're like a home studio person or whatever, and you are, and you want like correct to spec sound insulation and all that type of stuff, you can build it at home. I built like an entire room. I built like 7 bass traps. No, more than that. I built. There's. I don't know how many pieces are in here. Anyway, but I built a lot of stuff for like less than $500. Which I own a lot. I have a lot of tools because I do construction for a living, so I have a lot of tools. So I guess that part of it, that would be expensive if I had to do that. But if you do have tools, or your friends have tools, or your family has tools, or something, like you need that type of stuff, I'd do it yourself, because I got to pick my own fabrics, and I love the way it looks. And I painted the room, and I moved the desk around, and I did a bunch of stuff, and I'm still in the process of doing a lot of stuff. But we're really getting close. We're getting real close to releasing some new music. And I don't know what I want to talk about. I've been talking a lot lately. Anybody that knows me and been following for any amount of time knows I'm like in recovery. And if you don't know this, most of the recovery world has gone to Zoom since March. So we're like all on the internet, right? And I go to a meeting every day on the internet, and it's my new normal. It's totally fine. But I stay busy with it, and I stay connected with it, and I stay involved and engaged with that. And a lot of times that takes up like a lot of my RAM, a lot of my CPU. Because that's like the most important thing to me. And I talk a lot there, so sometimes I don't necessarily. I go to talk to the outside world, or talk like on socials or something out to you guys, and I'm either like tired of hearing myself, or I feel like I have nothing to offer in context to how the world's going. I hop on the social medias, and I see that everybody's caught up in this, that, and the other thing, and like from my perspective, there are more important things going on in the world. There's not more important things going on in the world than what's going on in the world. How do I put this? Well, there's more important things than what's buzzworthy sometimes. and that's not to say that there's not serious issues and serious social unrest and all that. But I'm mostly saying for me, I'm a person who gets caught up in a lot of different causes. I'm like Mr. Wants to Save the World and shit, and I like to get caught up in many causes, and I always feel like my cause is irrelevant, working with recovering drug addicts. That's what I've done for the past 9 years. It's something I've done it so long that I take it for granted, and I don't view it as like that's like enough for me to do, or that's like, good enough, or that I'm, that it's like sufficient. And sometimes it also just feels like, since it's something that you do that is anonymous and it is quiet. Sometimes I'm always like, well, I want to do something that's, like visible to the world, and it's like, like ego stuff. I want to be like championing some, like, I don't know, like some big movement or something, and my head is crazy. Anyway, but yeah, sometimes, I think about what I do as far as recovery stuff, and sometimes I just think it's not that important. I'm like a grain of sand. I help, like, X amount of people or something, or maybe I don't help anybody. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, maybe I don't help anybody. Maybe it's not even helpful. Maybe I think I'm helpful. Maybe people like smile and say, "Hey, Rob, you're being helpful," so that I can feel good. It's like, good job, buddy. Sometimes I feel like people look at me like that. Whatever. But so that's some stuff I just wanted to chat about a little bit, and then also the studio thing. I guess this is the overarching thing. Yeah, I am upset. I'm obsessed with this. I've been in studios for a long time. I think I got into this a little bit last time I updated. And yeah, I've been in studios for a long time, and I'm tired of going to studios. That's the bottom line of it. I don't feel like dealing with producers, engineers, mixers, master. I don't feel like dealing with people. I don't feel like dealing with people telling me that I can't use what I want to do. I can't stand people that are so nearsighted that they can't see me trying something out or experimenting with something, and they say, no, bring that in, or do it with this instead because this is more relevant, or this is more popular, and then and it's always the case that somebody that year, I'm like listening to somebody, like some cool innovative artist, right, and their stuff has like that exact element that I wanted to do, and I'm like, like, I thought of that already, and it's happened so much in my life, and the only person I can blame is myself. It's a lack of integrity to what I want to do as an artist. And I'm at the point now, like the last album we did, there's like a producer credit on it, and like I produced the out, like, and it's not my name, and I produced the out. Like I sat, me, my friend Ty, my friend Blake, and my friend Con produced an album together. And we went to a studio, basically plugged and played, and, and, I just feel like it's always like everybody just gets credit for just touching it, and, yeah, I'm just kind of, I'm kind of at wit's end with it. So, and also I want the freedom to be able to release songs like whenever the fuck I want. We always gotta like wait. I'll write a song and I'll be like, this song will not be heard for 2 years. We wrote No Age, Joy Notes, Domestic Cafe, Broad Strokes, all that 2 years ago. We didn't want to play them until the album was released, and then the album took forever to release. And yeah, there's a few people that aren't in the band anymore that put a lot into those songs, and they'll never even get to play them live, and that's fucked. Because we worked on those and we always thought about them in context to like, man, this is gonna be so cool to play live. And if there's one thing I get emotional about the dudes leaving, it's the album. They put a lot into the album, we all did, and they won't get to enjoy that like fun half of it where we just play it, and everybody just sings along, and and that sucks. But I'm saying that really to say, yeah, I don't ever want to wait 2 years to release a song. I'm writing songs. I've been writing songs the entire quarantine where it's like, this is relevant this week. I want this to be out this week. And while like right now, yeah, I'm working on this process of like being able to have this like functioning system where I can release music more often. But once that's in place, it's like, yeah, we'll be able to write a song and release it next week, and I will have that freedom, and we'll have that freedom, and me, Tim, and Blake have been hanging out every Sunday and just figuring stuff out and just writing together, which is nice. I love that all my life, all I've wanted was just like a band that actually just wanted to spend long periods of time writing music. We're about to go on a little. We're all taking some days off from work for like 5-6 days in like 2 weeks, and we're just gonna spend that time together writing music. Just 5 days, It's and that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna write music, and we're gonna be together, and yeah, it's nice. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. Remiss isn't the right word, but anyway, I gotta mention this. Right now we got some sales going on the on our website, richpeopleband.com or richpeople.band. You can do it either which way. But yeah, richpeopleband.com. We have a store, like merch and stuff like that, and we have a bunch of leftover merch from like the Harmony release, and we were kind of sitting on it, and it was just sitting in Blake's basement. And yeah, we put up like a sale for, now through whenever. I don't care. I just want to get rid of it. You can have it for, I think it's like 25% off, it says. If you don't have that, just shoot Blake a message. Say, I want it for this much. I don't care. I'll figure out a way to get you a discount code, whatever we got to do. I'd rather that merch be on friends of ours bodies than in Blake's basement. That's the bottom line of it. Like, we already made plenty of money on it, enough to pay for a good chunk of the record, enough to pay off a bit of our debt. We still have some debt. We're an independent band. The last release and I guess the No Age video, but maybe am I too vulnerable with you guys? I think sometimes I'm like, are band people supposed to say that? Like, anyway, maybe. Yeah, anyway, maybe too open book. But anyway, yeah, we got that merch up dirt cheap. If you want something for your cousin, you want something for your aunt, you just like the way the shirt looks, you don't give a shit about our music, I care less. You need rags for the garage, whatever. Yeah, 25 to any amount off on that merch. And then we also put out, I don't know if it already sold out, but I'm going to mention it in case it didn't. We put out like a limited hoodie and sweatpants combination, and that's basically just because we're still living in a quarantine for the foreseeable future, and since we're going to be indoors and it's going to be winter, we might need sweatsuits. So luckily a band called Rich People made sweatsuits, and those sweatsuits are available at richpeopleband.com, as I said before. Anyway, I wanted to hop on here because yeah, sometimes I'm talking a lot with my friends and my family, and I'm living my life, which is great. And I forget that it can happen where I like don't talk to you guys for like a week or two. And, yeah, this is my passion project. This is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing in life, writing music, releasing music, doing Rich People, doing everything around Rich People, talking to you guys. And it's, it was good. I remembered today, I was like, stop messing with your laptop and all your stuff, and, do a Midconvo or, hit people up, in the Discord chat or something, but you got to connect with them. And, yeah, I'm glad I did. Anyway, I love you guys. Good night.